Okay, so now we have yellow health. We equip the handgun, which has 47 bullets left, and we get an objective. Find the key to unlock the security room on 4F and use the security cameras. Excellent. We found the key, so now we're headed to the security room on 4F. We checked our PDA. We're running along the railing again on the northern part. We're fighting another zombie, taking him down, but this time we're using our handgun, which, I support. The handgun has a smaller splatter, which is why I didn't mention it earlier. We unlock another door, and we pick up rope. Ooh, we found some rope. The rope looks like a little coil of rope. It starts on the left-hand side, kind of coils down like it's a cobra, and then it ends on the right-hand side. So it looks like just a little cute coil of rope. If you stretched it out, it looks like it'd be like 10 feet of rope. It does not look like an impressive quantity of rope. Also, it being brown in color leads me to believe it's like more fabric-y. It's like a classic rope, and it's not like that nylon you get today that has like the 300-pound limit or whatnot. This looks like just your basic rope. Rope, your basic. Okay, this rope is strong enough to hold the weight of any full-grown man. Any full-grown man. So you have to assume that means, because I'm taking into account any full-grown American, and that's up to 600 pounds. So we're going to assume this rope can hold 600 pounds. Because we have to, it says any, we have to include the whole spectrum in this. Did you hear that zombie growl? That was a solid zombie growl. I love the zombie growls in this. And I'm not shaming anybody. That 600-pound man is going to climb that rope. That's important to note here. We found another key. This is the bar room key. I don't remember ever going into a bar. The key is silver this time. It looks way sturdier than any key we've picked up to this point. It has a cylinder to it, and it has a small two-teeth end point of the key. This key is used to gain access to the bar room on 4F. We are hearing a blue sound, and I don't know why we're hearing that sound. Perhaps it means there's a zombie nearby, or we're about to be engaged in combat. We found some yellow herb, which is the one that cures us in the medium sense of the word, and we're going to continue on. More zombies are yelling at us, and we unlock a... Oh, are we going to unlock this door? Yes, we unlock the bar door by using the bar room key. We open the door to discover a zombie on the other side that attacks us immediately. This is kind of like a door open scare. We can't choose to enter or leave combat at this point. Combat is thrust upon us, if you will. So we're attacking this zombie, and we take this zombie down. Hopefully. Yes, we did. Excellent. And we enter the bar room. Are we in another fight? Yes, we're in another fight. So we got attacked by opening the door, and then we got attacked once we walked through the door. This bar room kind of looks like we're in the bottom of a swimming pool, honestly. It's got white tiled floors and lots of holes to it. It's very strange, but I did not see anything that looked like a bar, if you will. I can't even keep up with what's happening right now. It's very dark. We're in a very dark area, but we're fighting another zombie. We put him down, and this looks like the showers or like little... Oh, we found some green herb. Like little areas you would go if you were hanging out on the cruise ship and you wanted like a little private area to throw down your towel and your hat and your shirt and whatnot, and then go swimming in the pool. But like this bay is mine. So it's a number of bays along the north side of the top deck. We fight another zombie. I should be keeping track of how many zombies we are putting in the grave, if you will, up till now. That zombie persisted on screen, so that could have either been an item or like a fake zombie out sort of thing. Fighting another zombie. Barry's at 20 munitions, 18. Man, we're burning through our handgun ammunition here. You need to start maintaining that stuff. And we find titanium. This medium strength armor will help reduce inflicted damage. It's titanium. It just says titanium. So it's medium strength, but it's titanium. And titanium's like... Isn't titanium like a really strong metal? Like it's malleable, yet at the same time resistant to any impact. It's a pretty solid piece of machinery. I'm not entirely sure what they're wanting us to take away from the fact that we just picked up titanium, but we're going to equip it now. And once we equip the titanium, it unequips the Kevlar, so the armor is kind of always lasting, it looks like. We're going to keep running around as Barry. That zombie on the ground is now crawling, and the zombies crawling is a pretty cool thing, so it's awesome. I am pausing it slightly because I have to answer something very quickly, but in the meantime, please watch Barry run around on screen and listen to this thing. I thusly answered the thingamajig, so that's great. That body is still there, the crawling zombie's there. We enter a door that's on the east side of this particular area, and we're running north again to find another item, which is yellow herb, which is the medium healing herb, and we find another item. This one is handgun bullets. Those are most needed at this point in time because he is running low. We are headed west now, and we open a door. I don't know why we opened that particular door. There's zombies in there, and we're running around the zombies. We fought this one, and he is very close, and I actually see Barry take some damage. He got hit by that zombie, and that's not okay. I hate it when zombies hit you. Okay, we took the zombies down, and on the zombie is the elevator 2 key. This key is used to operate a set of elevators in the center of the ship. Interesting. The key is silver, kind of like that bar room key. Actually looks exactly like the bar room key with a cylindrical shaft to it, if you will. I think shafts are in and of themselves cylindrical. I did not need to say that. Barry has been attacked. Now, whenever they attack you like that, do you automatically take damage? No, but Barry did take damage when the zombie attacked him. He slashes at Barry's face. Barry flinches back, shooting the zombie in the head, taking damage the whole time. Barry, you should have checked that body, but he ran away quickly because, too much time spent in that room, if you ask me. He goes in a door to the south, decides against it, runs back up, and uses a yellow herb to recover his HP. I like to imagine the yellow herb like some kind of stimulating white powder. Barry can take in any different number of ways. We are running around trying to figure out where on this cruise ship is the security room. You should check your map. Oh, he uses the elevator key to open the elevators in the center of the ship. He checks his PDA again to remind us of the objective, and you have 14 shots left on your handgun. You should fix that ASAP. Now, this elevator right here, we will be using quite a bit throughout the remainder of the playthrough. This is the one that kind of activates all the different floors. We go down to the second floor or up to the second floor. I'm not sure. Hear those zombies growling at you, groaning or moaning, if you will. We're running around an area that has carpeting on it and is kind of really open, so there's a lot of maneuverability around the zombies. We're going to use some of our precious handgun ammunition to take down one of these zombies to kind of clear the herd a little bit, if you will, and we're walking down these huge central steps. We engage a zombie that's far too close for comfort, and on it, it has some yellow herb, which is excellent. That might have been green herb. Oh, we're back in the lobby, and this lobby is actually the central lobby area. It has a really cool couch on it. I have always been a big proponent of putting a giant couch in the middle of a room that has a back, but the couch is like circular, so that you can sit on any part of the couch while you're waiting for someone or something. I just think that's really cool, personally. We're back out into the main area, and we pick up some more yellow herb. This is the beginning of the game. This is where we started. So we're on the second floor exterior south end of the ship, if you will. The shadow effect is played wonderfully in this particular spot. Barry's checking doors as he travels east along this little roadway, and he finds a door that he can use a key on, and the key we used was a key that I did not see properly before he used it, and we will not go back. So we enter a long industrial looking hallway which leads to another elevator. How did you know to go here, Barry? That was trial and error. This player is obviously very well versed. Wow, we are now in what I can only assume to be a security place or an industrial part of the ship. This is not where normal people would be. There are cargo containers with letters like 2-E on them. There's yellow and black striped things on the ground telling you to be cautious at all different parts. Barry should be wearing a hard hat, perhaps wearing a back brace. And Barry finds a blowtorch just laying around. A blowtorch. Kind of looks like something the Joker would use to say something like, "Aha, I have you now, Batman." And then he sprays the seltzer water at Batman or something. It is a silver cylinder, like think of a silver 2-liter Coca-Cola bottle, if you will. And then attached to the top of it is what looks like a spray gun with an actual handle and a nozzle sticking out on the left-hand side. The nozzle is silver. The canister is silver. The handle / top part of the spraying proponent is black. The handle does have a bit of silver on it. This looks like an industrial piece of equipment. If somebody passed me this blowtorch in like an Ace Hardware, I would say something like, no, this is too expensive. Give me that little acetylene? I'm not exactly sure what they're called. This is not the blowtorch you use when you're camping and wanting to start a fire or doing, a light something. We used I'm getting into the weeds. I'll stop now. When used correctly, a blowtorch can be used to cut holes through metal. Oh, we're gonna unpack. Kick your feet up. Take a minute. We're gonna unpack this. Okay, I gotta take a drink of water because we're getting into this statement right here. Okay, I've never written an instruction manual for anything, but I'll write an instruction manual today. We are now going to dissect this paragraph, or not even a paragraph. This is one sentence. We're going to dissect this sentence like we would a frog in a biology lab. We are going to talk about the different parts of our sentence frog. Then I'm going to put it back together and use my index finger to perform CPR and bring the little froggy back to life. I am doing open frog surgery right now, and we're doing it together. I hope you're on board for this. When used correctly, a blowtorch can be used to cut holes through metal, period. So we're going to go for the first 3 words, when used correctly. So that tells us there is an incorrect way to use a blowtorch. I would like to argue there is no incorrect way to use a blowtorch. If you are using a blowtorch, you are using it correctly, because just by activating the blowtorch, you have more knowledge of a blowtorch than I do. And someone who has more knowledge of a blowtorch than I do, but can use it incorrectly, is worse than me at using a blowtorch, and I don't know how to turn it on. If somebody passed me a blowtorch and a box of matches, I would pass them back the blowtorch. I would keep the matches. I know how matches work. I don't want to blow myself up by using a canister of compressed fuel in a way that could explode. So when used incorrectly, this could be some kind of explosive device, but when used correctly. So that's basically telling us that there's a correct and incorrect way to use the blowtorch, but this game does not give you the incorrect way. If they allowed the blowtorch to be used as a weapon, this could make sense. They do not allow that. So we're going to abandon the first 3 words. We're going to go to the next 4 words, or the rest of the statement. A blowtorch can be used to cut holes through metal. So used to used is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words between used and used. You could have eliminated the first 3 and just said, a blowtorch can be used to cut holes through metal. Or you could say, when used correctly, a blowtorch can cut holes through metal. See what I did there? I cut out 3 words. Be used to. But they decided not to do that. They decided to, when used correctly, a blowtorch can be used to cut holes through metal. Now, to do the CPR and bring the frog back to life, I would eliminate a few of those words and do the either, when used correctly, a blowtorch can cut holes through metal, or a blowtorch can be used to cut holes through metal. Both acceptable. all of them in one salad, if you will, is like putting pickles in your strawberry salad. It's going to be weird. A pickled salad can be good if you like pickled salads. A strawberry salad can be good if you're not allergic to strawberries. A pickled strawberry salad is deadly if you're both allergic to strawberries and hate pickles. And being forced to eat one is kind of like reading the description of this blowtorch. Also, and this is a small one, but in the description of the blowtorch, blow and torch are two separate words with the B and the T being capitalized. Yet at the bottom of the screen, blowtorch is one word with the T under case. Which one's correct, M4? I guarantee Virgin Electronics not only put their foot into this, but had that foot cut off by using this blowtorch incorrectly. Because that's what I assume happens when you use a blowtorch incorrectly. Or when you attempt to mess with a game too much. I don't know. But I am done talking about this blowtorch, and I hope you're happy that I gave you so much time on this one particular item. I think I'm entering into my second hour of straight talking. Oh my god. There's a second screen of the blowtorch description. Oh, okay. I'm ready. Okay. The keys have been lost for the special storage area on 1F. This blowtorch may be useful there. Again, blowtorch in the description here, two separate words, yet at the bottom, blowtorch is one word. How do we know the keys have been lost for the special storage area on 1F? How in anybody's name do we know that information? It's being told to us by the blowtorch? By Barry? We haven't been to the special storage area on 1F. I know it's a Game Boy game. I know I should let this go. This is like one of those logical leaps they have to make to keep the game trekking along. But again, this feels like Virgin Electronics going, the player's not going to be able to put this together. We have to tell the player about this thing. We should tell the player that this, I'm going to bring up that rope description later on, because remember, that rope description can hold the weight of one full-sized man. Keep that in mind. Any full-sized man. Okay, so this blowtorch is for the special area on 1F. Gotcha. Roger, roger. Let's go. We're going to move around this area. This seems to be some kind of industrial zone. There's an M-4 container that's pretty cool. It looks to be rust red in color. We enter into another area. We used an item to unlock a door, and we go through that door. Oh no, we pick up a computer card. This security card is used to gain access to the ship's computer control room on 3F. Interesting. Okay, cool. We haven't even been to the security area. Oh, the card had writing on it, but I didn't get to see what the writing said. I think it said COM something. Let's see what this says. Crowbar. Let's see how bad they mess up the crowbar description. This is a heavy-duty tool used for forcing open some locked or jammed doors. Excellent. That is excellent. That's 100% what I want. Oh, the item shows a crowbar. It seems to be a piece of steel, roughly, I would say most crowbars are 2 to 3 feet in length. It has a curved end on one side that ends in almost a snake tongue V that you can then fit the snake tongue V part of the crowbar on the curved end, like a shepherd's cane, if you will. Will taper to an edge for both of the flattened pieces, and this will allow you to put that in somewhere and then pull back on that rounded edge to gain leverage. Now, the straight part of the crowbar, which goes the other way, everybody knows what crowbar looks like, but some people may not, so I'm audibly describing here in real time. The other part, which goes straight, then ends in one of those V's that has a very slight kind of very slight angle to it. That too can be used, and when you use the straight edge, you're going to actually use that curved part like a handle and put your weight down on it. I've put my weight down on both sides of crowbars. I've used crowbars extensively. I've used crowbars to take down trees. I've used crowbars to open up jammed car doors. I've used crowbars to open up jammed or locked doors in real life in general, in a plethora of different hundreds of jammed or locked doors. Take of that what you will. There's a second screen here. And this second screen was brought to you by Virgin Electronics. Virgin Electronics, we don't trust you to be able to understand what's happening in this game. Maybe this could be used to open the jammed crew room door on 2F. The same jammed door we've never come into contact with before. Honestly, just give us the crowbar, and then whenever we click on the door, tell us it's jammed, and let us make that connection. That's the puzzle part of having a crowbar. But that's okay. You tell us we're run by M4 again. We're headed east. I'm getting my directions messed up. We're going back to that same elevator area that had the caution tape around it, and we are going back down, I believe, to 4F. So we were on 5F, which was the very tippity top of the ship. That's where we store a bunch of stuff. What are we going to use? Oh, we used an item, but I'm not sure which item we used. Oh, it was the silver key, but it wasn't an important key. It led to a hallway, which leads to another hallway. We head left on that hallway, we headed left. Which way is left? West. Left is always west. And we picked up a fire extinguisher. It's just called an extinguisher in the bottom part of the screen. That's kind of cool. Looks like a red cylinder with kind of another one of those spritz bottle tops to it. You know what a fire extinguisher looks like. They're pretty cool. They're pretty heavy duty too. You could use a fire extinguisher as a weapon in this game. I'd be okay if you could throw a fire extinguisher at the zombies and then shoot it slow motion Max Payne style to really hammer home the explosive aspect of compressed extinguishing fuel, or whatever an extinguisher has in it. Does it have foam? The description says, a fire extinguisher can be used to put out dangerous fires. Dude, go use that fire extinguisher on the kitchen fire immediately, please, before that causes some sort of explosion. Because I can't imagine that fire's not connected to some kind of centralized gas storage unit for the ship. Perhaps by the engine room. Who knows? I don't. We'll have to find out in time, because you're not going to do it, are you, Barry? Okay. We use the elevator once again to move to another floor. We go to another nondescript white door, and this one we use the computer room key to open up. We've opened up this door leading to a long hallway that has a number of caution taped things around it that look like computer mainframes. There's a plethora of paperworks on the floor, and we pick up one called the computer dock. Things seem to be in disarray. The computer doc says, you need the operator password card. Okay. To reboot the computer. Where do we get the operator password card? You're going to tell us that, aren't you, Virgin Electronics? The operator crewman can often be found socializing in the piano bar on 2F. Lucky us, we already went there and got that guy's stuff.